So we have Steam sales, some of the greatest deals. It's the holiday season, and stick around for some of my top favorite games that you can pick up for under 10. Who doesn't like vast open space? And I'm talking outer space with pure dogfighting. And that's right, up first, we do have Everspace 2. So, unlike the roguelike first game, this is more of an open world role playing game in space. The dogfighting feels incredible. You got 6 degrees of freedom, different ship classes from nimble interceptors to heavy gunships. You're going to constantly find better weapons and gear. Think Diablo loot system, but in space. That's right, we got energy weapons, kinetic guns, missiles, mines. The build variety's crazy. You can spec into tank builds, glass cannon, DPSs, or support roles with drones. One of the things I love about Everspace 2, this is one of the most beautiful space games ever made. From nebulas, asteroid fields, space stations, this thing is screenshot heaven. And for under $10, 50 hours of space combat role-playing game goodness, this is the game that Starfield wishes it could be for a moment-to-moment gameplay. We got a roguelike game. That's right, it's my kryptonite. And up next, we got Rogue Legacy 2. When it comes down to it, you're a knight, you're trying to defeat 6 bosses and reach the castle's heart. I'm telling you, you will die, and when you die, you will play as your child. So they inherit some of your traits, but they do have random characteristics. Your grandson continues where your daughter might have failed, and progress persists through generations of your children. What's great about this is when you think about the trait system. So each heir has random traits that is going to change the gameplay. So one might be a pacifist, like enemies don't aggro until you attack them. Another could be a giant, bigger hitbox, more hit points. There are nearly 15 plus classes with unique weapons and abilities, such as the knights are balanced. Your barbarians can rage for damage. Each class is going to change the approach that you take as you play throughout the game. As with all roguelikes, you're going to earn some type of a currency, and this is going to allow you to unlock permanent stat boosts such as more HP, higher damage, maybe extra jumps. And when you think about the castle, you do have 6 different types of biomes, each with distinct enemies, bosses, and aesthetics. From a roguelike perspective, each run might take you anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. Again, you're going to die, spend gold on upgrades, pick a new heir, and basically go again. It's addictive, and why roguelikes are typically my kryptonite. Finally, a game made by fans who actually understand the source material. Up next, we do have Terminator Resistance. This is based around a future war. You are in 2028, 2029 Los Angeles fighting Skynet's machines. What's worse than Skynet marking you for termination? That's right, you're going to be Jacob Rivers, and that is exactly what happens to you. It is a linear shooter with role-playing game elements. You're going to explore ruins, scavenge resources, fight Terminators, and head back to your shelters in between missions. What I like about the game, you can't Rambo through the missions. The Terminators, they're dangerous. You're going to have to avoid patrols, get some stealth kills, and hack security, and these are going to be your survival tools. You are going to get some weapon variety from, stolen Skynet plasma rifles to pipe bombs, mines. You can also craft ammo and supplies from scrap. And there is a base building that's it's going to allow you to unlock crafting stations, improve your defenses. I mean, it's a real light RPG management in between your missions. And the game is going to give you 10 to 15 hours, depending on how much exploration you like to do. And look, the best thing I like about the game, especially after decades of bad Terminator games, this one is going to respect the franchise and your wallet. You're a hunter in the new world, tracking and hunting massive creatures, and that's right, my next game is Monster Hunter World. You're going to carve materials from their corpses, craft better gear, hunt bigger monsters. It's a loop that does sound simple, but man, does it become utterly addictive. The game does offer up 14 weapon types. Every weapon is completely different, from a great sword that's going to be slow all the way to a bow that lets you fight from range. Every large monster you encounter in this game is going to be a boss fight. You're going to have to learn attack patterns, weaknesses to exploit, and parts you can break off of the monsters for better rewards. Hunts will take you anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, and it's perfect for those quick hit gaming sessions that many people love to have. Now, where the game might get to you is really around the grind. There is a grind. You will grind constantly. You might need a certain set that only has a 2% drop rate. So you're going to hunt the same monster 10, 15, 20 times. At the same time, the game does have a steep learning curve. It's not going to hold your hand. The tutorials are very minimal. But the great thing, though, is there is over 50 plus large monsters. Every single monster in this game is going to be unique, from a T Rex that breathes fire all the way to monsters that regenerate spikes and become more aggressive over time. When it comes down to it, yeah, we do have that steep learning curve, but there is so much that this game's going to offer to you where you're going to spend hours upon researching certain weapons, how to defeat certain monsters. And for a game that's under $10, you will get your money's worth. When you think about tactical turn based strategy games, only one game led the way, and that was XCOM 2. But during that lead, another game came out called Phoenix Point. I admit at the time it did launch with a lot of bugs, but over time it got patched into something very special. The game is all about an alien virus that's mutating Earth's life forms into basically body horror monstrosities. Your goal is to lead a team called Phoenix Point, which is a last organized resistance. And one of the cool aspects of the game is the aliens will adapt to your tactics. The enemies evolve based on how you kill them. So if you decide to headshot them too much, they are now going to deploy with armored heads. Destroy their weapons, the next batch is going to have tougher arms. The game is going to react to your playstyle and force you as the player to adapt. Unlike XCOM's percentage hit chances, you have the ability to manually aim at specific body parts or even the weapons themselves. When you think about the soldiers and the class system, you can easily mix and match everything. You can create a sniper heavy hybrid. You can combine infiltrator stealth with assault weapons. The customization in this game is so deep. You're going to get a ton of gaming enjoyment, and all for under 10. Few games will ever be able to see they can go down in gaming history, but my next game, Halo the Master Chief Collection, can easily back that up. You're getting 6 legendary campaigns, from Halo Combat Evolved to Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, and Halo 4. That's right, we got over 60 hours of campaign content. And look, that is just the main line when you think about the core campaign. If you factor everything in and what you can do, you are easily looking at 200 plus hours with all the extras. The story is going to span from humanity's desperate last stand to Master Chief becoming the legend that we all know. You're literally going to play through 20 years of first-person evolution. Some of the neat little things you will get with the Master Chief Collection, editions of Combat Evolved and Halo 2 is going to allow you to swap between classic and remastered graphics with a simple one button press. Seeing the same scene with 2001 compared to 2023, I'm going to be honest, it's mind blowing just to see how graphics and games evolved throughout the years. All of the campaigns support co op online or even split screen. And when you think about the multiplayer, you're also going to get every single multiplayer map from all 6 games. I don't know of too many gamers out there who have not experienced the Master Chief Collection. And look, if you haven't, I'm jealous. All I'm telling you is go experience it for the first time. You will not be disappointed. Kung Fu Fable meets open world role playing game with mutant animals. That's right, we got Biomutant. Post apocalyptic Earth, humans are gone, mutated animals have now evolved. The customization in this game when it comes to your characters, I gotta admit, it is pretty wild. You can adjust body portions, fur patterns, your stats change, such as long legs equal more movement speed. A bulky body is going to give you higher health. Your choices do affect the gameplay directly. The combat system in the game is pretty cool too. You're going to mix melee combos with ranged weapons, psychic abilities. You're going to be doing aerial combos, dodging in slow motion. Honestly, yeah, it's pretty stylish when you break it all down. And I think where a lot of the criticism comes about when you think about the game is that the combat, it can feel shallow. I mean, especially once you see all the moves. A lot of the side quests will get repetitive. And look, the world is beautiful when you think about the graphics. But yeah, it does feel kind of empty. And also the story's pacing is odd. So there's a lot going along with this game. But at the same time, there's a lot of things kind of pushing against it. I think another neat little aspect of the game is when you think about the narrator, every action in this game is going to be narrated like a children's storybook. Our hero felt the hunger pangs of adventure. I think it's pretty cool. At the same time, I can't recall, but I think you might be able to turn it off. So if you start to get annoyed, I think it does offer that ability. But hey, look, for 20 to 30 hours of kung fu mutant adventure and under 10, you can't beat it. There's only one game in my many years of gaming, I can only think of one that would make me play with the lights on. In that game, Alien Isolation. You're going to play as Amanda Ripley 15 years after the major incident. You find a black box from your mother's ship. You go to find answers, and instead, you find a xenomorph. Why this game works? It's very simple. It's not a power fantasy. You're not a space marine. You are an engineer with improvised tools hunted by the most iconic movie monster ever. The alien itself is unkillable. You're going to run, you're going to hide, and you're going to pray that it does not find you. It is one of the smartest enemy AIs that I have seen in recent years when it comes down to gaming. The xenomorph is going to learn your patterns. Hide in lockers too often? Guess what it does? It's going to start checking them. Throw flares to distract it. It stops falling for that trick. Use the motion tracker too much. It's going to hear the beeping and will investigate. The game is going to adapt to you. What's great about this game is the alien has two AI layers. One is going to direct it to your general area, and the second is going to make it unpredictable, meaning you will never know exactly where it is, even when you're tracking it. And that tension will never break from the start of the game all the way to the end. Many gamers critique the game length. It does come in around 15 to 20 hours. I do recall it dragging in some areas, but look, how stressful the game makes you feel, the tension. I loved it, and it kept my interest all the way through from beginning to end. My last warning to all my fellow gamers: this game is very stressful. You will die suddenly, and you're going to die unfairly. You're going to waste 20 minutes hiding an event only to pop out and the alien turn around and kill you. So get used to it, but my God, the game is a struggle from beginning to end, but it is a good struggle. Highly recommend it, and you can't beat the price. So, what do you get when you mix Devil May Cry sword combat with Call of Duty gunplay and special abilities? Very simple. My next game, Bright Memory Infinite, is exactly what you're going to get. The most amazing thing about this game is it was entirely created by one man. The game's going to serve up assault rifles, shotguns, sniper rifles, and even a sword that can deflect bullets. Special abilities also, they include time dilation, force pulls, ground slams. Man, I can just keep going on and on because the combat system is deeper than what the videos are going to portray. It's an Unreal Engine 5 game with full ray tracing support. And look, I get it. Some people are going to state, well, the game's only 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, well, I counter that with, again, one man built this game, and it is fantastic. Highly recommend you support the developer because this is what I want to see when it comes to passion in video games. How about a complete single-player role-playing game with some of the gaming's best action role-playing combat? And that's right, up next, we got Kindoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. So when you think about the game itself, you basically died, you came back to life, and you broke the cycle of fate. Part of that fate, it's going to offer up multiple different rigid classes along with a great combat system. And in fact, when you talk about the classes themselves, you are going to build your character across 3 different skill trees, from a warrior to a rogue to the mage. To me, the genius behind all of this is the fact you can respect anytime. You can mix the trees. You want to be a battle mage, go ahead. Several missions later, you want to switch it up and go a rogue mage. Again, you can do that. When you think about the combat system, I truly believe this is where it shines. Think God of War meets Fable with some role-playing game depth. Your attacks are fast and fluid. You can dodge, you can juggle enemies, and the combat overall simply feels satisfying. It does have an in-depth crafting system, along with offering up multiple weapons from long swords to staffs to scepters, and even the quest design was a pretty good surprise. I mean, your side quests are well written, and even the overall faction storylines, they also have real narratives. Now, unfortunately, with the good, there was a bad that came about. 38 studios did go bankrupt. They lost, nearly $75 million in loan guarantees. Hundreds lost their jobs, and the planned MMO did die off along with it. But for under $10, you can't beat it. I mean, the main story is going to give you 30 hours of great combat and story. Up next, we do have Desperados 3. Think of Shadow Tactics, but in the Wild West. Imagine XCOM meets Hitman, but real time instead of turn based. So you're going to be controlling a team of specialists, planning elaborate schemes, and executing synchronized kills. Your crew is going to consist of multiple people. As an example, you're going to have a tank with a bear trap and a sawed off shotgun. You're going to have a voodoo magic for mind control, and even a gunslinger who can throw knives and dual wield. The game is going to drop you into hostile territories, to towns, trains, swamps, all crawling with guards. Your goal is to reach the objective without alerting everyone. I think the genius feature around this game is it's going to allow you to queue up actions for multiple characters. You can then pause the time, see the plan visualized, and then execute everything all simultaneously. As an example, your character might knife one guard, your other character traps another, and your third is going to snipe a third, all within 1 second. I can tell you when it works, you just feel like a tactical genius mastermind. Oh, and save scumming is allowed in this game. It wants you to quick save constantly. I'm telling you right now, if you do not abuse this feature, you are going to fail. You're going to reload multiple times. But I love the fact because it's going to allow you to try different approaches. And if you're looking for a complex and fun, puzzling, Wild West, type game, pick it up. You won't be disappointed. Only one game gets the title of the most hours dedicated to a game in Steam, and that's right, we have Battletech, nearly 600 plus hours. You're a mercenary company commander in the Battletech universe. Think Mech Warrior, but turn based. The year is 3025, the Inner Sphere is at war, and you have been hired to put a crew together and fight their battles. As the commander, you are going to manage finances, repair mechs, hire pilots, and take contracts. The game includes 50 plus battle mechs, all the way from a light mech, which is 20 tons, all the way up into your 100-ton assault mechs, which are typically walking fortresses. The beauty of this game is that every mech has hard points for weapons and equipment. Look, you want a long-range sniper? Stack PPCs and large lasers. You want a brawler? Load it up with short-range missiles and AC-20s. You got to manage your heat sinks. You got jump jets. You can even place armor all throughout the mech. The options are overwhelming, but guess what? In the best way possible. Who controls these mechs? That's right, you do have pilot management, or what we like to call mech warriors. You're going to find out some are better at gunnery, others better at piloting. So you will have to keep an eye on all of your mech warriors to determine who is best at piloting what. The story does include over 40 plus hours of contracts, missions, and the writing is solid to back it up. The game is hard, but it's manageable. At the same time, it is turn-based, meaning you have no time pressure. And the game also offers up a salvage system. You can destroy enemies and you can salvage your parts. Take out the cockpit with the pilot inside, you now just earned a brand new mech. If I'm being honest, the game might not be for everybody, but for any other gamer who loves deep systems, customization, and turn-based strategy, pull the trigger as the price is right. I hope you found the video useful, and if so, click the like button and hit subscribe, as I am looking to monetize the channel as we move throughout 2026. And also keep an eye out for more videos around the Steam Christmas sale. And with that, hit F5, reset and reload. I'm F5 Dad, and I will see you on the next video.